So what's up YouTube, welcome back again for another video. This time we're gonna talk about once again about a fake fragrance, and this time DIOR HOMME INTENSE Eau de Parfum. This is the fake one, and it's not the authentic. This is why I thought to do this video, because this is one of the really one of the, I'm not gonna say one of the best fake DIOR HOMME INTENSE, but I'm gonna say one of the craziest ones that I came across. And let me tell you guys, I came across so many fake fragrances of DIOR HOMME INTENSE, but this one is the one that really blew my mind, if I can say that. And yeah, I mean, you know, DIOR HOMME INTENSE, one of the most popular and famous fragrances in the last 10 to 20 years, I believe. I believe it came out in 2006, 2007, and then there was a reformulation. There was a 2011, there was 2014, 2017, and all that. And this is, I believe, the fake one for the 2011 DIOR HOMME INTENSE. And as you can see, this is the box that we have over here. And the first thing that I noticed, I mean, even before the cellophane, I noticed that the square over here is not really in the center. It is a little bit to the left. I don't know if you guys can tell, but it is not really in the center. There is more space in here than in here. Here it's really not much. Here we still have more space. I believe just something like this. Yes, it is a little bit to the left, but this time the cellophane is much better than before. I've seen really bad fake copies of this one. I mean, really they had really bad cellophane, something like this, cellophane like this, very very messy, very bad, very shaky like this, and you know, not that good. Also like something like this. This time it's really good, but not really the best. Sorry guys. Here very good, but here we still have the thick band, the large band. And you know, usually authentic fragrances, they have thin band, just like this, just like Diesel over here. You see, this is a thick band and it is very well pressed. This one is not really pressed, it's just, you know, it is just glued or something like that. And over here I noticed that this one doesn't have the CD logo. It came just like this. It didn't have that, let me show you. It didn't have this logo, the Christian Dior logo, like from Dior Sauvage. So as I showed you the cellophane, and now I'm gonna take it off. I'm gonna take the box off. Okay, so as I said, the square is more to the left. Here we have some lines. We don't this time we don't have the windows shaped and you know, the other squares. We just have two lines. And also over here, 100 ml is not really well pressed. Usually it's really well done. Also here the 3.4 fluid ounces is not really well done. Okay, and the back, the bottom actually, the bottom, this is really not the same as in the original. This is too, I don't have the word, this is too flashy. The silver is just too much, too bright. Usually it's not like this. And over here we have the batch code, and this code, it usually have to be over here on top of 100 ml. And here this white space usually is empty. There is nothing in here in the authentic. But over here we have the barcode, another code over here, the usual Dior code. The back actually looks a little bit more decent. For the very last authentic, very last version of DIOR HOMME INTENSE, this time they have this code, they have it over here, and this one they have it over here. I'm talking about the latest one, but well, let's go back to the topic. And as I said, this is the fake one. So when we open it, the card box, as you can see, doesn't really have that hole in here. They forgot to cut it. So this is another flag. The very new, the latest DIOR HOMME INTENSE, they have a bee on here. The insect, they have some sort of, you know, that Egyptian insect, or the bee, I believe. So also the bottle, as you can see, this is the funny part. The bottle is, as you can see, it is super dark, like black dark. This kind of reminds me of Tom Ford Noir. It is a little bit dark as that bottle. So also you can see the tube inside, the black tube is to the left. Usually it is very well centered. Also we can see the tube inside. I don't know if you can see it from here. Yes, in the original we don't really see it over here. The original, also the bottle over here, and it is kind of a see-through, and we see the juice inside is it has that ambery honey kind of color. Here it's just completely dark, and I believe the juice inside is just, you know, it has the water transparent color. So yeah, and the cap, as you can see, it has, this is not a hole, but it is see-through. The authentic is completely dark, completely black. You don't have something like this. Also over here we have the CD logo, and here we have some sort of dot, and the authentic doesn't have a dot in between CD. Also over here we don't really see where the atomizer goes, or in the original we see it. We see something like a tube on here. And this one is really it seems cheap and seems really light. It's not as heavy as the authentic, and inside it looks like a mess. It's not really well done. It's not really as perfect as the Dior, the usual Dior authentic fragrances. So for the atomizer, as you can see, also a mess. Here we have the painting is started to come off. Also the dot inside the atomizer is white. The authentic has a dark black dot. Also over here we have the CD logo. In the original we don't have the CD logo. The CD logo only I believe in the latest Dior Homme Parfum, I believe. And yeah, also the writings over here, they are not really well done. Usually the letters are bigger than this. And this one is really shaky. I can really turn it, as you can see. Usually it's not like that, and it is really well done. Okay, on the bottom, this time we actually have eau de parfum written on the bottom. In the previous fake ones we only had eau de toilette, but this time they improved it and they brought eau de parfum. Here we have a batch code here, and it doesn't really match what we have on the box, as you can see. It's not the same. Here we have something like 3S01, and here we have 9X03. Okay, so for the distribution, actually this time this one has a good distribution, as you can see. I'm gonna get really far. This time it doesn't really squirt. It's not, you know, we don't really see the liquid. The previous fakes had really bad distribution. This time they improved it. And for the perfume, the scent, I already tried it before. I already wore it, if I can say that, wore it. And to be honest with you guys, I was mind blown, especially because of this opening. And the opening is very, very similar to the original DIOR HOMME INTENSE. Like really mind blowing, and it doesn't have that alcohol burst that we usually get in the fake ones, in other fake ones. This time they improved it. It doesn't really have that strong alcohol burst. It doesn't really sting the nose, and it's really nice and powdery and kind of creamy. And the thing is, okay, I'll be honest with you guys, it's not like I'm gonna recommend you this, but I will tell you the truth. The opening very similar to DIOR HOMME Intense, I would say like 70% close to it. Then you get a good performance for like 30 minutes. And after 30 minutes it becomes a skin scent, and very calm skin scent, very cold. It turns like cold until it vanishes completely. So the projection, it doesn't really have any projection, but you do smell that powdery creaminess. The iris also very obvious, which makes you really think that you might have the original. You know, if they improved the bottle, maybe it would look more like the original. By the way, this one they really improved another thing. They improved the cap on the fake ones. They really they used to fall down. The cap really didn't hold on the bottle. So yeah, I don't really recommend you to buy these fakes, you know, because we never know what these crooks puts in these bottles. They would put any type of forbidden and unhealthy kind of oils and stuff like that. It might really harm your health, your sight, your nose, and might give you allergies and even other diseases. So okay, this is it for our video. As I said, this is one of the craziest, or the best, let's say one of the best fakes of DIOR HOMME Intense that I came across. I wanted to share with you this video. Thank you for watching, and give us a like for this video, and subscribe if you're not subscribed, and stay tuned, of course, for the next videos. Peace.